I think this team has enough hitting when guys are hitting, okay? I mean, Lindor, I mean, Kipnis. I don't know that offense is a big issue with this team or will be at season's end. I do believe that they need more starting pitching. And I would look in Pittsburgh first at Garrett Cole would be 3 for me. Yu Darvish, number 2. I believe he would be a rental, but maybe you wouldn't have to give up so much to get him.
That's okay. Rentals are okay sometimes.
And number 1, and I don't know that intra-division trades work, if the White Sox would want to do this, but Jose Quintana to me would be their number 1 target. Another good pitcher, a guy who's been, who I think is signed for a couple of years, which fits sort of the Indians' way of doing things.
The interesting thing about this is I feel like a lot of the trade candidates that you see out there for anybody in Major League Baseball, there's a lot on the Tigers and a lot on the White Sox. Mm-hmm. And your question about would those teams be willing to make a deal to help the Indians get better, I think is an interesting one. It makes it a little bit more difficult because, for instance, Alex Avila is a guy at catcher that I think if you're looking for a catcher, that's a guy that people are looking at. But would they trade him in the division? So catcher number 3, Jonathan Lucroy. It's kind of for a joke, but kind of for real. I think the Rangers would trade him for very little now. He's kind of been on the downside, but I don't know. Number 2, Jay Bruce. I agree with you about the lineup, but also another outfield bat wouldn't hurt this team. And number 1, Chris Archer from Tampa Bay. I really like him. He's under control with a good contract for a couple years. He would cost a lot. He would cost major prospects, but he would help you not just now. He'd be a top 3 starter for this team for a couple years.
Right now, Lucroy is a guy who can manage a pitching staff and can't hit. I think they have a couple of guys like that already.